Welcome back. Let us consider the power system which is shown is on no load. The per unit reactance of all the operators are as follows. Generator G1 or G, it is x1 is 0.3, x2 is 0.2 and x0 is 0.1. Transformer T1 and T2. So that is x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x0 is 0.12. Transformer T3 is 0.1 for all the values. L1 and L2 is positive, it is x1 x2 0.1 and x0 is 0.2. Okay, similarly all the parameters which is given. So there is a double line fault which takes place at ST side of the transformer T3. Okay, look at this. Here there is a fault point, and what we need to do is determine the current at the fault point. So here no need to worry on the values of MVA and the kV base because it is not mentioned. Directly what we'll do from these data, we'll draw a positive, negative and zero sequence diagram. And before that we should know that it is a double line fault. So we should know that what is the expression for the fault current and the interconnection sequence diagram for this. Okay, let us draw that. Here the per unit reactance of each operators are given on a particular base, hence we can directly draw the sequence network. Okay, so for the operators of generator, transformer, transmission line and all the things which is given here. Okay, and for the source of EMF for the generator and motor 1 and the 2. Okay, and these are the positive sequence values. So here there is a fault at this point F. Okay, and this is the portion. Okay, this portion is connected in delta. It is not possible to find out what is the reactance at the fault point because of this delta. So we need to convert this delta in terms of the star and do the realization. Okay, this converting delta equivalent to star, we already know the formula how we need to convert from delta to the star and star to delta. Already we thought that. If not, just you look into that. Okay, what are the formulas will help us to calculate the delta to the star equivalent and vice versa. Okay, finally what we'll get, converting this delta and we'll do a realization that. Okay, so one thing we need to observe here, the positive sequence network, what we need to do is source of EMF should be get short circuited, this short circuited. Okay. So this is what we'll get 0.0357 and this is a 0.44857. Okay, so here the system is unloaded. What we considering is VThevenin is 1 at an angle 0. This is what already we thought that. Okay, finally I told that this is source of EMF should be short circuited. Okay, series and to the parallel. So final answer will get a 0.158. So this is the equivalent network for the positive sequence network, that is source of EMF and the reactor. That is nothing but we can consider as Z1 Thevenins. Similarly for the negative sequence network, okay, again converting this delta to the star, okay, and parallel and to the series, all those things. So we'll get 0.124. So here in the case of double line to ground fault, zero sequence is not required. However, if you are writing that zero sequence network, it's a waste of the time. So we should know that what kind of fault it is, and basically the fault mainly depending upon what are the parameters. So that we have to see to that. Okay. So for the double line to ground fault, this is nothing but this positive and negative are connected in parallel. Okay. So from this what we can write it is Ia1 is equal to minus Ia2. This is source of EMF is 1. So total impedance, so we'll get minus j 3.54. So the final expression for the fault current it is If is equal to root 3 times of Ia1. So Ia1 is 3.54, we'll get 6.13 per unit. Let us consider the numerical 3-phase 30 MVA 6.6 kV alternator having 10% reactance, which is connected to through a transformer that is a 30 MVA 6600 bar 33,000 volt delta to star connected transformer having the reactance of 5% to a 33 kV transmission line and the negligible resistance and reactance of 4 ohm. At the receiving end of the line there is 30 MVA 3300 bar 6600 volt delta to star connected transformer having the reactance of 5% stepping down to 6.6 kV. Both the transformer neutrals are solidly grounded. Draw the one line diagram, sequence network, and determine the fault current when there is 3-phase are short circuited at the receiving station LV bus bars. For generator, assume negative sequence reactance is equal to 70% of the positive sequence reactance. So based on this, we can write the single line diagram, the generator, transformer, transmission line, transformer T2 and the bus bar. So first we need to consider the base values. So first thing what we need to do is, so which devices having the highest rating, that we have to consider. So here alternator is having the highest rating, that is 30 MVA. And what is the voltage on generator is 6.6 kV. So this is the voltage, that is nothing but 6.6 kV. Transformer T1 having the rating of, that is 6600 is nothing but 6.6 bar 33. Similarly for the transformer T2 is 33 bar 33 bar. Sorry, we should consider that, yes, this is supposed to be an this is 33,000 not 3,300 this value. So this is supposed to be 33 bar 6.6 kV. And what is the voltage on the LV side is whatever the value we got is 6.6. So let us calculate what is the new value. So generator base, we are consider that. So new value will become 6.6. So this is the new value. Similarly on the transmission line side, look at this. Base voltage on HV side is equal to LV side into the rating of the transformer, high voltage rating, divided by low voltage rating of transformer, that is 33 kV we will get on the transmission line side. Similarly for the motor side, means on the bus bar side, so that is nothing but, what is the new value, it is 33 and the low voltage rating divided by high voltage rating of the transformer, that is nothing but 6.6 kV we will get. So this is nothing but old value 6.6 and this is also new value is also 6.6. So next thing is we have to calculate what is the reactance of the generator. So no need to calculate that because old value and new values of the MVA and the kV are the same. So x1 is for the 0.1 from the data and x2 is a 0.07. Because for the generator, assume negative sequence reactance is 70% of the positive sequence reactance. So here x0 is not required in this case. That we will tell you later on. The reactance for transformer T1. So similarly we will get for x1 is 0.05 and x2 is equal to x0 we will get. For the transmission line, so it is 4 ohm because it is given in the data 4 ohm and MANU is 30 and what is the voltage on the transmission line is 33. There is another 0.11 per unit value we will get. For the transformer T2 similarly we will get it is 0.05 per unit, that is equal to x2 is equal to x0. So from this what we can write, this is a positive sequence network. There is a fault at this point, the generated source of EMF is for the generator and the reactance, and this is for transformer, transmission line for transformer. So we'll get 0.31. Okay, so here the source of EMF what we considering it is, okay, we'll calculate that. Okay, and if it is not mentioned, so hence we can consider that it is nothing but V Thevenin's will become 1 at an angle of 0. Okay, similarly for the negative sequence network, draw these values. Okay, this is for the generator, transformer, transmission line for the transformer T2. So to draw that zero sequence network, we need a single line diagram. Based on this only we are going to write. So no need to write in the examination, just for your information, just I am putting here. Okay, so zero sequence network, so this is just open. Okay, consider that. So actually this is the data is not complete one, so consider that the primary side it is, okay, the star and grounded. Okay, star and grounded. Then for the transformer T1, primary side is delta, so it should be shunt connected, and secondary is star, so we need to close this series switch. And for the transformer T2, primary is delta. Okay, primary is delta, and the secondary is star and grounded. So what will happen? This series which is going to get closed, and LV bus bar is just open. Okay, so for the fault current, okay, so this is subject to that when all the three phases are short circuited, means it is nothing but the three phase fault. So for this we need to consider only the PSN. Okay, the positive sequence reactance in per unit has to be converted into ohmic values. So why it is so? Because these values are considered on a three-phase network. So let us consider on the ohmic values. Okay, that is nothing but x1 in ohm, that is equal to x in per unit. So this is the formula, just it is in terms of ohm we are calculating. Earlier we are supposed to calculate in per unit, now we are converting in terms of the ohm values. Okay, x1 in ohm is equal to x1 in per unit into kV base square divided by MVA base. So this is the voltage. Okay, this is 6.6, the MVA is 30, so we'll get a 0.45 for 0.45 ohm is the value of the reactance. So coming to that, the fault current at the LV bus bar, so that is nothing but what is the voltage is 6.6 kV. LV side means at this point the voltage is 6.6 kV. Okay, and it is the root 3 is for the three phase system, so we'll get 0.45, we'll get, means this is value of x1 will get 8467.8 at an angle of minus 90 degrees, the ampere of the current which is flowing under the LV bus bar side. Next topic is series type of fault. So far we have discussed the various types of shunt fault which is occurring in a power system. So there is another category of unsymmetrical fault. It is called as open conductor fault. One or two conductors of a transmission line may be get opened due to the mechanical damage in the lines or by malfunctioning of the fuses or other protecting devices. These faults are in series with the transmission line and hence are called as series type of fault. So based on the number of the open of the conductors, the series fault in a three-phase system are classified as three things, that is one conductor open, two conductors open, and three conductors open. The supply in first two condition is available only in one phase or two phases. The system under fault is rendered considered as unbalanced. So unbalanced current flowing in rotating machines set up the harmonics, so thereby heating the machine in short circuit period of the time. Hence, the fault point must be isolated immediately. The method of the symmetrical components can be used for unlighting for analyzing this such situation. So let us consider that there is an open conductor fault which just takes place. Okay, the ends of the system are considered as F and F dash. So while the conductors ends are denoted by A dash, B dash and C dash, the voltage across the conductors which can be written as V A to A dash and V B to B dash and V C to C dash. Then the sequence network can be written as like this. This is subjected to a PSN having the current of I1. Okay, means I1 is subjected to PSN and V it dash to the 1, and similarly for the negative sequence network, okay, V A dash to the 2, and for the 0 sequence it is V A dash to the 0. So these are suitably interconnected depending upon the type of the fault which we are considering. Let us consider that one conductor get open. Okay, so that is the phase A. So that is nothing but A to A dash. There is a fault F to F dash. So first the thing is that we need to consider the terminal condition. One thing we need to notice here is that, so in the earlier cases, that is a shunt type fault, the current of the other phases is going to be 0, but here it is a vice versa. Let's see that. Okay, so earlier we used to consider IB and the IC it is 0 and the VA it is 0, but it is inverse to that of the condition because it is the series type of the fault which we are considering. So that is nothing but IA is equal to 0 because there is a fault at this point, it is going to be line get open, there is no current, so hence we will get IA is equal to 0. And similarly the voltage across the B phase and C phase is going to be 0. So that is nothing but VB B dash 0 and VC C dash is also 0. And we know that we have to calculate the symmetrical component relation. It is very easy for us to know that, that is because VB and the VC is 0 means the two values of the voltage is 0, so that we can able to calculate the voltage of the phase values in terms of the symmetrical components. So let us consider that VA dash 1 is equal to 1 by 3 times of VA dash plus A into VB dash plus A square into VCC dash, and the B and the C value is already 0, so we'll get 1 by 3 times of VA dash. Similarly we will get a VA dash to the 2 value, it is 1 by 3. Okay, and also VA naught is also 1 by 3 times of VA dash. So from this we can written as VA dash, this is 1 is equal to, okay, VA dash 0 that is equal to VA dash 2 that is equal to 1 by 3 times of VA dash. So because we know that IA is equal to 0, it is a meaning that there is a presence of the voltage, okay, of the 0 positive and the negative sequence. So hence what will happen, IA0 plus IA1 plus IA2 is equal to 0. So it is a meaning that from these two equations, okay, this is the equation 1 and this is the equation 2, this is going to suggest that which is similar to the double line to ground fault, okay, which is similar to that double line to ground fault. So hence these three sequence networks should be connected in parallel because of the current which is going to add up. So you can see to that the PSN is parallel to the NSN and NSN is parallel to the ZSN, because whatever the current which is flowing it is I1 and it is going to the current which is flowing across the I2, and for the ZSN the current which is flowing it is IA naught, which is going to add up. So this is the condition subjected to a one conductors get open. Similarly for the two conductors that get open means the B and the C, okay, there is a B dash and C dash. So similarly the terminal conditions are because of the open connection. So what will happen, the current across the B and C is 0 and the voltage of the other phase, healthy phase, it is going to be 0. So here B and the C, the current of the B and the C phase it is 0. So we can able to calculate the phase current in terms of the symmetrical component. Okay, So we know that IA naught is equal to 1 by 3 times of IA plus IB plus IC. B plus C is already 0. Similarly, for IA1, we will get 1 by 3 times of IA, and for the IA2 is also 1 by 3 times of IA. So from this we can written as IA naught is equal to IA1 plus IA2 is equal to 1 by 3 times of IA. So already we know that it is a meaning that there is a presence of 0, positive and negative. So VAA dash is going to be 0, hence so from this we can written as VAA dash is 0 plus VAA dash 1, okay, plus VAA dash 2 is equal to 0. So from these two things, it is the condition which is similar to that of the line to ground fault, and which is going to suggest that the three sequence network to be connected in series. Okay, so hence it is short circuited. So you can see to that PSN and NSN and ZSN which are connected in series, the current which is flowing across the PSN the same and to the NSN and to the ZSN, and it is returning to the PSN value. This is the condition for the two conductors get open. And coming to the last condition, that is three conductors open. Okay, what will happens? We know that the terminal conditions are, so as seen from the above condition, which we can written as IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. So this implies that, so because everything is 0, so IA0 is equal to IA1, that is equal to IA2 is equal to 0. So this is nothing but these relations which is imply that sequence network are all open circuited. So in this aspect we can consider that this is not at all fault. This is the condition for the three conductor open type of the fault.